So hello everyone, my name is Alvinia Winkin, MS24103147, and today our group will be presenting about our research project for statistic in social science. Before that, I would like to introduce our group members, which is myself, Alvinia Winkin, Muhammad Shakir bin Muhammad Kasim, Muhammad Al Nashir bin Bashir, Muhammad Irfan Nabil bin Sulaiman, Agnes Murang alias Morong, Jonah Lua Jeffrey, and Muhammad Sufyan bin Azmil. So, our study focuses on analyzing the student depression dataset to understand key factors influencing mental health among university students. Mental health challenges, particularly in depression and suicidal ideation, are growing concerns in higher education institutions worldwide. The main objective of our research is to investigate how independent variables such as academic pressure, sleep duration, and financial stress are associated with student mental health and the presence of suicidal thoughts. So, to guide our analysis, we established three primary research questions. So, for research question number 1, is there a significant relationship between academic pressure and suicidal thoughts among students? Research question number 2, does sleep duration influence the likelihood of student experiencing suicidal thoughts? And research question number 3, is financial stress significantly associated with suicidal thoughts among students? Now, I will pass the floor to Shakir to give an overview of our dataset.
My name is Muhammad Shakir bin Muhammad Kasim. My matrix number is MS241031686. To address our research questions, we analyze a dataset consisting of 100 student observations across 18 demographic, academic, lifestyle, and psychological variables. The main target-dependent variable in our dataset is binary, whether a student has reported experiencing suicidal thoughts. Additionally, key independent predictors include academic pressure scale, financial stress scale, and sleep duration. Next, Jonah will explain how we clean and pre-processed the data prior to running our statistical models.
Thank you, Shakir. Now we move to the next sections, which is the data cleaning. My name is Jonah Lua Jeffrey, and my metric number is MS241031531. To ensure our statistic results are valid and reliable, we perform a thorough 4-step data cleaning process on all 100 observations. First is the missing value check. A full dataset scan verified 0 missing or null entries across all 18 variables. Next is outlier analysis. We run into quartile range check on numerical variables. Student age range from 18 to 34 years, which mean to 5.02, while CGPA range from 5.24 to 9.93, which mean 7.60. To extreme and psychological outlier, we identified first the data standardizations. Categorical entries such as gender, city, and dietary habit were standard coded for statistical software processing for the redundant columns. Its work pressure and job satisfaction had zero variance, which constant at 0, because all respondents were full-time students. Thus, these redundant attributes were excluded from our model building. Now, I will pass over to Agnes to share our descriptive statistics.
Thank you, Jonah. My name is Agnes Murang alias Morong. My number metric is MS241031412. Looking at the descriptive statistic across our sample of 100 students, academic pressure measured on a 1 to 5 Likert scale, students report a mean score of 2.89 with a standard deviation of 1.38. Both the median and mode were 3, indicating a moderate level of baseline academic stress across respondents. For financial stress yielded a mean score of 3.07 and a mode of 5, showing a heavy skew toward higher financial strain among students. For sleeping duration, categories into distinct time brackets, the most common category was 7 to 8 hours, according for 29% of respondents. Now, Sufyan will explain how these variables relate to the overall dispersion rate.
Thank you, Agnes. My name is Muhammad Sufyan bin Azmil and my number metric is MS241031681. When examining the rate of depression and suicidal ideation across key demographic and predictor overall prevalence, exactly 52 out of 100 students, which is 52%, report experiencing depression or suicidal thought. Female students report a highest rate, which is 58.97% compared to male student, which is 47.54%. Academic pressure impacts student reporting level 5, which is highest academic pressure, show an 18% depression rate. Financial stress impact student under level 5 financial stress record the highest depression rate across the entire study at 87%. Sleep duration, surprisingly, depression rate remained relatively consistent across different sleep duration brackets, hovering between 50% and 55%. Now Agnes will return to present our inferential statistical test result.
Thank you, Sufyan. To determine whether there were significant differences between male and female students, we conduct independent simple t-tests using a significant level of 5%. For academic pressure, the female mean was 2.85, while the male mean was 2.92. The t-value was negative 0.254 and the p-value was 0.800. For sleep duration, the female mean was 2.54 and the male mean was 2.58. The t-value was negative 0.190 with a p-value of 0.850. For financial stress, the female mean was 3.03 while the male mean was 3.10. The t-value was negative 0.240 and the p-value was 0.810. Since all the p-value were greater than 0.05, we conclude that there were no statistically significant differences between male and female students in terms of academic pressure, sleeping duration, or financial stress. Now, I would like to invite Nasir to present our hypothesis decision.
Thank you, Agnes. My name is Muhammad Al Nasir bin Basir, and my number matrix is RSUN 250038. Based on our empirical tests, here are the decisions regarding our core hypothesis. Hypothesis 1, academic pressure, we are reject H0 in favor of H11. There is a statistically significant positive relationship between high academic pressure and sociological threat. Hypothesis 2, sleep duration, we failed to reject H02. Sleep duration alone did not show a direct statistically significant variation with sociological threat in this data set. Hypothesis 3, financial stress, we reject H003 in favor of H13. Financial stress is significantly associated with an increased incidence of social threat. Supian will now discuss this outcome along with our study limitation.
Thank you, Nasir. In summary, our findings highlight that financial strain and extreme academic workload are the primary driver of severe mental distress among university students. However, 4 key limitations must be taken into account: self-report bias, sensitive mental health queries are subject to underreporting and recall bias. Cross-sectional design, we cannot establish strict cause and effect timelines. Omitted factor elements like pre-existing psychiatric condition and family background were not controlled. Finally, Nabil will present our recommendation and conclusion.
Thank you, Sufyan. My name is Muhammad Irfan Nabil bin Sulaiman. My number matrix is MS241031604. So, based on your analytical insight, we propose the following recommendation: future studies, expand sample size across multiple universities, and implement longitudinal tracking, advanced modeling, utilities multivariable, logistic registration to isolate compound interaction effect. Institutional policy, universities should integrate emergency financial assistance programs alongside accessible campus mental health resources and workload management workshop. In conclusion, extreme academic pressure and financial hardship are critical risk factors associated with student depression and suicidal ideation. Comprehensive support systems are vital to safeguarding student well-being. Thank you for your time and attention.